Very good morning. Today is September 23rd, and time is at about 8:35, I think. Sorry, I'm a bit delayed. I was traveling yesterday. Reached a bit late to home at about 1 a.m. in the morning. So that's the reason I started a bit late in the day, but that's all right. So today is mid-cap Nifty expiry. I know Friday was Sensex expiry. It was not so great expiry. There were quite a bit of a challenges on Friday, especially the fall somewhere in the midday. It definitely caused a lot of impact to many traders. But today is mid cap Nifty expiry. Let's definitely focus on what mid cap Nifty brings onto the table. Let me show my screen and all right. So Akash, very good morning. And yeah, let's focus on what Midcap Nifty has in store for us today, in case somebody's trading. And the Midcap Nifty, in fact, pretty much reached at the peak sometime on, I believe, last Monday. Monday was the expiry anyway, and it reached the peak, and then after that, it definitely pretty much the peak was sold out later in the day. And I think the last Monday I did trade a little bit, but yeah, I was on green that day. But later on, definitely Thursday and then Friday, there were some bit of a pullback on the peak. And um, right now with the Fed rate cut announcement, so Fed rate cut in fact happened on Wednesday. I think that's where there is some impact on the markets anyway. So that was Wednesday overnight. So which is basically the impact is on Thursday. I think there is definitely some kind of a pullback. Thursday was not very easy day to trade as well. It's quite volatile. I think that's where it is. So, but let's look at quickly. So, overall trend for mid cap still looks quite bullish. When I say overall trend, probably if somebody wants to really trade mid cap for a period of, let's say, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, I think that is still a positive trend, especially from the daily trend perspective. Even if I get on to, let's say, weekly or monthly trend, or let's go with the weekly trend and then see how it works. Yeah, so weekly trend also quite positive, while this is actually above this particular trend line. But yeah, I think its overall looks quite positive. But I think the daily side, daily side also, this is below the trend line, which means that I hope it will actually try to touch the peak, which is again 13,400. I think that was the peak, and that's where it is today. So I think today, I mean, anything can happen, and US markets were a bit negative on that day. But then one positive thing on Friday was the lot of buying happened from the FIS. It's massive buying. I think perhaps in the recent days that was one of the highest buying. I think about 11,000 crores. That's what I remembered. I think probably similar numbers we had seen this day when there was a election pullback. So that point of time, I know this is mid cap Nifty, but even if I go to Nifty, it will have the similar numbers. So I don't think it's going to be drastically different. So, however, I think when it comes to Nifty, obviously this is above this particular mid layer, so there is high probability that there could be some pullback in Nifty. But I think the Nifty also pretty much touched the peak on Monday. Not Monday, sorry, Friday. And generally, if you look at any peaks, the peaks are almost all time sold out. It could be a matter of 1 or 2 days, and usually they will be sold out. So as you can see, the earlier peak we reached August was in August 1st, and then it was actually sold out in August month. Again, there was an excuse of Japan rate cut, a rate increase, whatever happened on the rate increase. I think not rate cut. So they definitely pulled out some money, and I think one more peak was just before the elections that was also sold out, and this peak also was sold out. This was back in 19th July. Then this is in September again. One more peak. This peak was not sold out. I think this peak was sold out, but this peak was not sold out. There was definitely some bit of a recovery, but I'm expecting this peak probably eventually will be sold out. I don't think it's going to be really staying on there. I think that's the quick Nifty analysis. But let's come back to mid cap Nifty, which is the expiry day for today. Let's look at let's say 5 minute chart and then see where it stands. And 5 minutes, the correlation is about 66. But let's probably look at 15 minutes is showing some kind of a bearishness. That's because what happened the post Fed rate cut announcement. And let's look at 45 is kind of flat, and 30 minutes is also negative. I think it's going to be interesting day, seems like. And 20 minutes is also negative, and 15 minutes is also negative. 10 minutes is flat. 5 minutes is kind of an up move, and 3 minutes is all. I think it feels like for me a bearish to flat day, but then we never know. As soon as the market opens, things could be drastically different. So be cautious. And also, I'm planning to look at diversifying some of my uh, money from day trading to 1DT or even the positional. So the reason I'm waiting for that is to not necessarily any volatility or whatever. This decision I took almost like some time ago, and just that I'm actually looking for a good broker to get there, who would actually give the low interest rate when we trade positional. As of now, Kite or the Giro de Vilado pay 12.75, I think, for the 50% of in insufficient capital. So I think that's a good amount. So I'm looking at few brokers which would actually provide. So I will probably close out very soon. But before that, I also wanted to get accustomed to positional trade. So I'll trade definitely mid cap Nifty today. And let me get on to the open interest. I think that's very important. So let's look at strategy builder, and then let's say mid cap Nifty. So mid cap Nifty, if let's say the peak was 13,400, let's say somebody trades this particular one, I know, which is quite far. This still shows about 1%. I think this is obviously when the market opens, the numbers would be drastically different. So, but all I want to trade, I will do either this trade. Obviously, I'm going to stay on the C side, and then this trade, and then what is the where is 33% is not very lucrative. Let's put it. Okay, risk reward is 25. Okay, that's fine. Let's say if I do this, and I probably, if I sell some, let's say this is 10 lots, and then if I sell one P here, and then yeah, this doesn't look very lucrative. I'll work on the, probably this number doesn't seem quite appealing right now. Let's look at, let's say 50, and then see what happens. I think this looks okay. Downside, there is absolutely no risk, but upside also there is very less risk. So yeah, I think something like this I might probably end up doing, and see how the market would actually do. And generally, what I have been saying earlier also, on the expiry trades, it's always good to do the spreads, because there is quite a bit of a volatility that is happening. It is always good to take what is the fixed price, and also sorry, fixed profit and then fixed loss kind of strategies. And let's look at the open interest very quickly, and see where it stands. So open interest, I think, is very straightforward. So I think the 13,300 seems to have highest open interest there as of now, and below that we have 13,200, and then this overall looks, as of now, it looks bearish, but yeah, anything can happen. I think that's where it is. I think even somebody wants to really take some risk, I think 13,300 CE seems to be quite appealing. But then, yeah, but whatever the trade that you're taking, ensure that it is actually having a proper hedge built into that. Otherwise, you'll get into unlimited losses. So, I have exited my portfolio almost like 25% on Friday, mainly because at the ATH, I always sold out this one, my portfolio, and then generally that this point of time I would get into liquid funds and then wait for some time and then see how the market would actually react. And there is a one strategy that I follow. I'll probably do a video. It's basically put into liquid funds and then probably you do SWP and then get into some of the other funds which would actually give you some good returns. SWP is a systematic withdrawal plan, and it does require some bit of a involvement, but generally you will be able to get some good returns out of that. I think that's all from my end for today. And uh, if you're trading, be cautious. So do not get into, especially intraday, do not get into any trade without the hedge. And also, the hedge should really define what is the maximum loss and the maximum profit. So otherwise, do not really get into those trades. And also, what I felt was adjustments have also become quite difficult in the day trading. So be cautious. And also, if you have 1 crore capital or maybe whatever the capital that you have, do not go beyond 30% into the day trading, because of the volatility and also the kind of manipulation that is happening in the intraday is quite massive. All right, Sen. So my Sensex actually I lost some money on Friday, so I couldn't. So there was a uh, some issue, but again, I think my personal, um, I did not really put those stop losses correctly. So anyway, that's done and dusted. So I'll have to focus on the next coming. I think right now I would say September was net zero. I think there is slight green, but this month probably I will end up getting into, probably not getting into minus negative, but probably I'll not be able to make money. That's what I feel. But the reason is I want to reduce the day trading quite drastically and focus on the 1 DT and other trades. And so August was good, but September, I think last year also September was quite challenging, especially for me. But yeah, I'll have to see the next couple of days. How do we really sail through? Yeah, that's what it is. All right then. So how? Yeah, I mean there is nothing to manage on on Friday. So whatever you try to do, it's there is a definitely some impact here and there. Um, so anyway, Friday is the day to forget and then move on. Um, by the way, I did meet a couple of traders on yesterday, and it was a great experience. And okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of documents and videos there, so I'm personally keen on machine learning. So I think you should focus on the market, not on the folders. That's all right. So anyway, so I did meet few traders in Hyderabad, and it was a great discussion. And so I think one or two people, I mean, very big traders, they do not want to come on photos. So I also got to meet them. I did not really post their pictures on Twitter because they want to stay anonymous. But otherwise, it was a very good meeting. I almost like, I mean, originally I wanted to meet about 5 to 10 people, but I think at the end it reached about 13 or 14. So I think it's a great discussion. And I actually reached Bangalore today early morning at around 1 o'clock, and I thought I'll quickly do this and then do some bit of a trades and then probably take rest of the day. I think that's the plan at this point of time. But I will trade some bit of a mid cap Nifty and then maybe Bank Nifty as well. So or maybe Fin Nifty, one of those. And also I will put something on the Nifty for the positional. And if I get time, I will probably do the live trading. All right then. I think the time is almost 9:50, and I also need to get ready for the market. Have a great remaining day, and I think my most probable meetup would be in Mumbai. I'll let you know once that happens, and I have to travel and some other work. So I'll try to combine these two. Have a great remaining day. Bye bye.